Close your eyes for a moment.
Imagine you wake up 100,000 years ago.
There are no cities, no phones, no dating apps, no wedding ceremonies, no expensive rings, no social media profiles telling you who someone is.
You step outside your camp as the morning sun rises.
Around you, people are already beginning their day. Some are preparing to gather berries. Others are repairing hunting spears. Children are laughing as they run between the fires. The air smells of smoke, fresh earth, and wild grass. Then someone catches your attention. Not because they're wearing expensive clothes. Not because they're famous. Not because they have thousands of followers.
Simply because of the way they move, the way they laugh,
and the way everyone around them trusts them.
For nearly 99% of human history, this is how relationships began.
No algorithms, no swiping left or right, no carefully edited photos. So here's the question. How did ancient humans actually choose their partners? The answer is far more surprising than most people imagine. Today, many people believe attraction has always been about beauty. But if that were true,
how did humans survive for hundreds of thousands of years in one of the harshest
environments our species has ever faced? Anthropologists studying modern
hunter-gatherer societies have found something fascinating.
Across different continents and cultures, people rarely chose partners based on appearance alone. In small groups where everyone depended on one another,
survival mattered far more than first impressions.
A careless partner could put an entire family at risk. A selfish partner could leave others hungry. A trustworthy partner, however, could help everyone survive. This changes the way we think about love. Because in the ancient world, choosing a partner wasn't just about romance. It was one of the most important survival decisions a human being would ever make.
And as you'll soon discover,
your brain may still be using many of those ancient instincts today, even if you don't realize it. If you had lived 100,000 years ago,
your first impression of someone wouldn't have come from a photograph.
It would have come from watching them live, day after day,
week after week.
In small hunter-gatherer groups, people spent nearly every day together. There was no way to hide your true
personality behind carefully
chosen words or a perfect online image. Everyone knew how you behaved when food was scarce,
when danger appeared, or when someone in the group needed help.
This gave ancient humans something modern people rarely have today. Time to observe. Anthropologists studying hunter-gatherer societies have noticed a consistent pattern. People earned respect through their actions, not their appearance. A skilled hunter wasn't admired simply because they brought back food. They were valued because they shared it. Someone who gathered edible plants wasn't respected only for finding them, but for making sure children and older members of the group were fed as well. Generosity wasn't just kindness. It was proof that someone could be trusted. And trust was one of the most attractive qualities a person could have. Imagine sitting around a fire after sunset. The day's work is finished. Stories fill the air as laughter spreads through the camp.
You notice one person listening carefully, helping others,
calming arguments instead of creating them. Without realizing it, your brain begins asking an important question. Would this person still stand beside me when life becomes difficult?
Thousands of generations face that same question.
According to evolutionary psychologists, humans evolved in environments where raising children required years of cooperation.
A charming personality might impress someone for a day,
but reliability could protect a family for decades. This may explain why, even today, many lasting relationships are built on qualities like honesty, loyalty, kindness, and emotional stability rather than appearance alone. The faces around us have changed. Our cities have changed. Our technology has changed. But the ancient part of the human brain is still quietly searching for the same thing it searched for thousands of years ago. Someone who feels safe enough to build a life with. In the next part, we'll discover something even more surprising. Why humor, storytelling, and social reputation may have been far more attractive than physical strength alone. Now imagine it's evening. The hunt is over.
The gathering baskets are full.
A warm fire crackles in the center of the camp as darkness slowly covers the land. Everyone gathers together. Children sit close to their parents. Older members begin telling stories about dangerous hunts, distant places, and ancestors whose courage is remembered by the entire tribe. This wasn't just entertainment. It was one of the most important social moments of the day. And surprisingly, this is where many relationships quietly began to grow. Anthropologists believe that in small hunter-gatherer groups, a person's reputation mattered far more than a single first impression. Everyone knew who could solve problems, who stayed calm during danger, who shared food without expecting anything in return, and who could make others laugh after a difficult day. Think about that for a moment. Long before humans built cities, long before they invented money, long before anyone cared about job titles, people were already paying close attention to character. A person who constantly lied couldn't hide it for long. A selfish person would quickly lose the trust of the group. But someone who was dependable became valuable to everyone. Even humor may have played a bigger role than most people realize. Evolutionary psychologists have suggested that making others laugh signals creativity, intelligence, emotional control, and strong social skills. In a world filled with uncertainty, someone who could lift the group's spirit wasn't just entertaining. They helped strengthen the community itself. This may explain why, even today, many people remember how someone made them feel long after they've forgotten what they looked like. But there was another quality that may have mattered even more: patience. Ancient humans didn't choose partners after a few conversations or carefully edited photos. They watched, they listened. They noticed how someone behaved over months, sometimes even years, because choosing the wrong partner didn't simply lead to heartbreak. It could mean raising children without support, losing precious resources, or even risking your survival. Perhaps that's why the deepest part of your brain still asks the same ancient question whenever you meet someone new. Can I truly trust this person when life becomes difficult? And in the final part, you'll discover why many of our modern dating habits may conflict with instincts that have guided humans. Now imagine waking up tomorrow. An alarm drags you out of sleep. You check your phone before your feet even touch the floor. Emails, messages, deadlines, meetings. By the end of the day, you've spoken to dozens of people, yet somehow you still feel alone. For most of us, this feels completely normal. But for almost 99% of human history, it would have felt deeply strange. Ancient humans didn't spend years trying to impress complete strangers. They lived in small communities where trust was earned slowly, through shared experiences, difficult seasons, and everyday acts of kindness. Love wasn't built on perfect photos or carefully written profiles. It grew from seeing the same person face challenges, celebrate victories, care for others, and remain dependable over time. In many ways, our world has changed faster than our brains have. Evolutionary psychologists suggest that while technology has transformed how we meet people, the emotional systems inside our brains are still shaped by thousands of generations of life. In close-knit communities, we naturally seek honesty, emotional safety, loyalty, and genuine connection. Even when modern dating often rewards speed, appearance, and endless choice. This doesn't mean ancient life was perfect. It was dangerous. People face disease, harsh weather, injuries, and uncertainty that most of us will never experience. But when it came to choosing a partner, they often had something many people struggle to find today. Time. Time to observe. Time to build trust. Time to truly know another human being. Perhaps that's why so many people today feel overwhelmed by endless options, yet still struggle to find lasting connection. Because deep inside, your brain may still be searching for what it searched for thousands of years ago. Not perfection, not popularity, not status, but someone who makes you feel safe, respected, understood, and never alone. Maybe the greatest lesson ancient humans can teach us isn't how they found love. It's why real love was never something they rushed. It was something they built, one shared day, one act of trust, and one honest moment at a time.